Hey guys, in this video I am going to tell you the top 5 best PS2 emulators for Android in 2025. So there are the list of 7 best PS2 emulators, but I am going to share the 5 best PS2 emulators. So let's start this video. Firstly, we must know that what is PS2 emulator. This is an emulator which mimics the internal working of given console. So in this case, PS2 allowing you to run its software and games on your Android device. So emulators have been around for ages and are the best way to play old games. So let's see the best emulators for Android. First is PPSSPP. So what are the its performance that for anyone familiar with this emulator needs no introduction because it is one of the OGs in the emulator space and perhaps the best performing one. This software allows support PSP emulation and its UI resembles the beloved PSP menu. So what are the pros of this emulator is that it is easy control mapping, smooth performance and support for PSP games. And there is one con of is that it has occasional lags. Now move towards to the second emulator, which is DamonPS2 Pro. So this is the emulator which is popular over the nation, available in both free and paid versions. It's fast, reliable and packed with features. These includes HD graphics, fast boot times and save states, a lifesaver if you constantly forget to save your games like me. Moreover, the software supports over 90 PS2 all games. Pros of this emulator is that this is well optimized for mid-range devices. This is regular, you get regular updates from developers, while it has one cons like that. This free version includes aids. Now move towards the third version or third emulator, which is Play. So one of the few open source emulator on the list, which is a solid option for users who want to get the job done and have a great experience. This software supports a variety of PS2 games and has a simple, easy to use interface. However, the best part about the emulator that it's completely free and doesn't include any ads. So the pros of this emulator is that it has an emulator to be open source, it has no ads, while this performance is average at best. The fourth emulator is Aether SX2, which is can be called as Nether SX2. So if you have been following emulator news, you might know the Aether SX2 emulator is no longer available on the Play Store, likely because Nintendo shut down Yuzu. However, the Nether SX2 emulator is an updated version that circumvents these issues. This emulator is free and has many features to help users get the most out of their games. While its performance varies by games, it is not available on the Play Store. So the last and fifth emulator is Pro PlayStation, which is and another no nonsense emulator that gets the job done. So it might not have all the bells and whistles of other options, but it works well even on the mid-range and hardware and includes several useful features. So these include fast forwarding games, save states and customizable controls. So however, it's important to note that some games may not be compatible. So its performance is great even on mid-range devices. It is easy to use UI, but it is not compatible with certain games. So guys, if you want to mimics the internal working of the given console, or if you want to allow or if you want to play an old version game, so these are the 5 best emulators which you can install and use it easily.